Welcome to the Miami Heat Zone podcast. We're pushing to 7,000 subscribers. Make sure that y'all hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys for all the support. Today we have Trent from the Miami Heat Network. Make sure that you guys like, share, comment, subscribe. We have Amir from Team to Beat Miami Heat. Bro, make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button, and thank you guys for all the support. So, Amir, we'll start off with you. What did you think about Game 2? You know, the Miami Heat, they were down for a little bit, but then they really made it closer to the end of the game. What's your overall thoughts?
Frustrating. The Miami Heat showed heart in that fourth quarter. They were down by 19 points in the game because the freaking Cavs hit a franchise record 22 threes, shot 49% from three, shot like 70% from three in the second quarter, had 11 threes. Like, that was pretty much the ball game, like outside of Wiggins and Bam and other guys not playing up to par, which we'll get into, and Tyler Hero basically the only guy showing up to work on our starting lineup. And so it's just frustrating because, like I said, they were able to come back, dig themselves out of that deep hole, come within 2 points, and just had so many opportunities to come back. So not only did they miss big shots and have turnovers in those final 3-4 minutes, they couldn't stop Donovan Mitchell. Also, he hit three after three after three and clutch shot after clutch shot, 17 of his 30 in the fourth quarter. So it's just frustrating that the Heat shot well as a team, 52% from the field, 36% from three is not crazy. It's not that bad. But in the game one, they shot 43% from the three. They lost, and 36% from three. So they're shooting good from beyond the arc. So it's just frustrating they couldn't steal one. But hey, we're going back home for 2 games. You don't technically a NBA series doesn't really start until a team loses at home right now. So the Miami Heat, in theory, could hold serve, make it 2-2, right, and then make it a series. So can they do that? That's going to be the question.
And Trent?
Yeah, man. It definitely was a tough loss, but you wouldn't be saying that at the second quarter. Like, you're probably like, damn, this game's probably already over. So the fact that, this team fought and made it a 2-point game, and I'm just proud of my boys, man. Listen, there's no such thing as moral victories in the playoffs. There's no such thing as whoever got the win is a win. But, like, we went through so much this year. And then the player that we traded away to acquire a player like Wiggins didn't even close out the game. Just think about that. So, like, we're going out there with Haywood Highsmith, who's been in and out the rotation. He stepped up big, hit 5 threes. Jovic's been injured, hasn't played in forever, with his messed up hand. And, that was our closing lineup. And then obviously we had Tyler and Mitchell and Bam. And, the more and more I watch Mitchell play, like, he's going to be our future. And if we don't retain him or anything like that, that'll probably be one of the biggest mistakes the Heat do because, his 3-point shot looks so good. Like, he has improved ever since he came here. Playmaking got it better. We all know how great he is defensively and stuff like that. And him and Tyler look, good playing together. And they're only going to grow more chemistry throughout the years and stuff like that. So, like I said, I'm proud of my guys. Little things that we need to work on, of course, heading into Game 3. If Wiggins just has a regular night and gives us 20-plus points and, we may slow down the Cavs 30, 20 points, there's a good chance we win this game, So it is what it is. Like I said, Amir said, we're down 2-0, but, we're going back home. I know it's very slim, but we do got a better record at home. I mean, we're 19-22 away. We're 17-23. Like I said, it's very slim. And then for the Cavaliers, I mean, they're 30-11 away, which is still excellent, but at home they're 34-7. So, they had more losses a little bit away. So I think we got to take advantage of this. I definitely think we need to take Darius Garland's comments to heart because, I feel like our players are getting disrespected. Like, example, one of our players got pushed. I forgot what player pushed our player, and we got
pushed.
Yeah, we didn't do nothing to it. And it's like, I don't like this. Like, we keep throwing Heat culture, and we're not like, we got to be tough. Like, I watched the Rockets last night. I'm watching the Pistons, and they go to war for their players. You know what I mean? Like, they don't care if they get a tech because they know it's going to be a double tech, and it's just going to be offset anyways. But it's just like, we can't allow players getting pushed. We can't allow our best player at that get disrespected. So hopefully Wiggins and Bam, I already know Tyler's going to take it just like he's going to take it a certain way. Trust me, the fans want him gone forever. The front office and Pat Riley called him fragile. And guess what? He came back this year, made it to the All-Star game, and had his best season. So I know he's going to show out. So, like I said, I'm proud of my guys.
Yeah, but my thing, Amir, is why do you think the Miami Heat don't take advantage of the mismatches? Yes, we heard Garland say we're going to pick on Tyler Hero, we're going to pick on all the weak defenders. But once again, I love Eric Spoelstra. I think he is the best coach in the NBA. It's just this is simple basketball fundamentals. If you're a big and you get the switch and you have a guard, you're supposed to just one dribble and go back up. Or if you're a small forward, if you have a guard on you, post them up, turn around shot. I just don't see Wiggins getting to the free throw line. I know he has the whole hamstring injury. If he's hurt, I'd rather see Jovic out there. I think that Jovic, he helps his team play faster. I think his defense was actually pretty good last night. And even though he made some mistakes throughout the game and some costly ones, I just think that for a guy that missed so much time, he looked phenomenal out there. But why do you think the Miami Heat don't take advantage of Max Strus, Donovan Mitchell, and Darius Garland? Yes, they have a very good defensive rating, but I'm talking about on the one-on-one matchups. Just like how every time they call for the screen and they get Tyler in front of them, we should be doing the same thing. You have Bam Adebayo where I think he's better than Mobley and Jared Allen. And from so far this series, I haven't seen them do anything defensively that would completely change the way that the Miami Heat operate. So why on earth is Bam not attacking these guys, getting to the free throw line, putting them in foul trouble, have to break down their defense because, oh, bro, Bam should be bulldozing through the paint. And I don't see any of that from anyone.
Because Bam has no bag like that. Just like how Tyler can't play D, Bam can't play offense like that, you know? So it's like that's the issue. They're not two-way players like that. Bam is more of an elite defensive player and a above average scorer, right? Which is a guy who can average, what is he averaging? Like probably 18 points per game if you look at his career. A guy who's got to 20 points once in his career or so. He's not an elite scorer. That's the thing. Like he could do it from time to time, but he's not aggressive enough. And I don't think he's confident enough to do that. Like he's passive sometimes in a bad way, but he's also a playmaking big too. So he doesn't have the bag. We don't have a superstar scorer like a Donovan Mitchell. Like we have Tyler Hero, so that's fine. Tyler Hero can try to hunt the mismatch. You know, he's trying to get Donovan Mitchell, who's a better defender than Garland, off of him or whoever, and he's trying to attack Max Strus. So he's doing that, but also he's not Wiggins or Bam that have the size to take advantage of certain players. And so I think Wiggins and Bam they're not elite enough to do it consecutively and consistently. They tried to do it a little more in game 2. In game 1, they didn't, but you could see there were opportunities in the first quarter where I don't know how many shots Wiggins shot in the first quarter. He shot 10 overall. He was only 3 for 10, which is not good, but he was a more aggressive in the first quarter. I think he took like 6 shots of those 10 in the first quarter. They were trying to get Garland on him. He was trying to get him in the mid post and taking advantage of that, but we just weren't doing it effectively. So they went away from it. So they also, again, to your point, they have Jared Allen and Mobley. They are a very good defensive team. They're the number 1 offensive team, but they were still like a top 12 defensive team in the NBA. And it's hard. Like they do put a lot of pressure on Bam and Wiggins and Tyler. Like those are the 3 guys that you got to focus on. So I just don't think we're good enough offensively to take advantage of those mismatches, even though we need to continue to try to hunt those guys.
I just don't. Yeah, but listen, taking advantage of mismatches has nothing to do with skill. Wiggins started to do that like in the beginning of the game. Problem is that he's just been asked this whole series. Bro, all you guys got to do is get the screen. That's it. Once you get the screen, you get the weaker defender. Wiggins should be. You're telling me that Wiggins can't drive on Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell and Max Strus?
It's the help defense. He did that in the first quarter, and guess what happened? He got all the way to the rim, and Jared Allen tossed his shit.
But it's about breaking down the defense. I'm not saying he has to go to the rim every time. But I want to see, because think about it. If Bam is posting up Darius Garland, they're going to foul him every single time. But what do you think about it, Trent?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's one thing we're not talking about enough is the final possession where we needed a stop on Mitchell and we're letting him go one-on-one, right? Like, if you've been watching the playoffs, a lot of these players, I mean, Jovic, he's getting 3 defenders thrown at him at once, and it changes the whole Denver Nuggets offense. Kawhi Leonard's getting 3 bodies thrown at him once. The first game of the playoffs, he had 7 turnovers. Like, you got to throw more bodies at these talented star players, and I don't understand why we're not doing that. Just because we got the players to slow down or whatever you want to say. Like, the more bodies at a player like Donovan Mitchell forces the offense to do things like a Darius Garland, like a Max Strus, like a Evan Mobley. Let's rely on them to hit the shots. Like I listen, I didn't see Darius Garland go down there and hit. I don't even know how much shots Mitchell hit down the stretch, but I felt like it was just like 5 in a row, just like bang, 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 bang. Garland's not doing that. Mobley's not doing that. Strus is not doing that. So it's like we got to get the ball out of Donovan Mitchell's hands. We got to. I mean, I think he had like 16 points maybe, and then he ended with 30. Right, like he ended with 30 because he just completely went off. And like I said, we was scoring fine. We was going through their defense. They're ranked pretty high defensive team, but we was hitting big shots. We was going back and forth with them. So I think we can score with them. Obviously, we don't have enough shot makers on the team outside of Tyler Hero. And that's a big thing for us for sure. And we got to address that during the offseason. But yeah, man, it's like, let's just come out here and win game 3 and let's play better brand of basketball. Let's play heat culture basketball. Let's start throwing more bodies at Mitchell. Let's force Jared Allen and Evan Mobley to get more shot attempts. If they beat us, they beat us.
Yeah, I mean, I can absolutely agree. Well, the Miami Heat, they will be headed back home for game 3. I just think they're probably going to win one game, and we're going to call it a series 4-1. But guys, we're going to wrap it up here. Make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button and make sure that you go to Trent's channel at the Miami Heat Network. And you also go to Amir's channel, Team to Beat Miami Heat. Make sure that you guys like, share, comment, subscribe. And thank you guys for all the support.